Welcome back to the channel. I'm Robbie Krager, the Flip Flop Flipper. I'm a value-add real estate investor, and guys, we've been using hard money loans and private lenders for nearly 26 years, and I know that it's one of the most frequently asked questions that we ever get, day in and day out. How in the hell am I going to fund my real estate deal? I've got a great deal, but I don't have any money. Or, this is what most of the time I hear, I can't become a real estate investor because I don't have the money. Well, if you watch today's video, I'm going to show you how you can get all of the money that you ever need to fund your deals. When thinking about funding your real estate deal and becoming a real estate investor, how do you get the money? If you're going to be like me, someone who is a value-add real estate investor, that means you're going to buy distressed property. You're going to buy stuff that needs a ton of work. You're going to buy it cheap. It's going to be in bad shape, and you're going to do what's called value-add, and you're going to force the equity. You're going to invest a whole bunch of money into it, bring it up to its highest and best use, and either then flip it or rent it. Either way, when you're doing this type of real estate investing, and this is a good way for most people to start, you're not going to be able to go to the traditional bank. The banks aren't going to lend on the ugly properties. They don't want to see the distress. They don't want to see the termites. They don't want to see that the place has had a fire and that it needs a whole bunch of work. They're also going to want to qualify you, even if you were buying something that was super nice and you're working the 9 to 5, but you don't have a great amount of credit, or you don't have perfect credit and you don't have a ton of money in the bank. It's hard to borrow money from the bank. As real estate investors, you're going to want to become friends with private lenders and hard money lenders. Guys, they're your lifeblood. This is where you're going to fund your real estate deals. These relationships are invaluable for you, and this is how you're going to beat the competition, because you're going to be able to make offers where you can close quick because you have a relationship with hard money lenders and private lenders who will fund your deals fast. The people who are going to the banks, they're at a big disadvantage. They can't compete with you. And in fact, someone who has to go and rely on the bank, their offer just isn't as strong as someone who's got cash or has a hard money lender or a private lender. And basically, all of those three are the same. It means that you can close quickly. You're not subject to the approval of a bank and a third party. You don't have to do things like get appraisals necessarily. You don't have to jump through all of the hoops that you would have to jump through in order to be able to borrow from the institutions, from the banks. And so hard money lenders, private lenders, they're your friends. They're your lifeblood. This is the relationship part of this business. Real estate is a team sport, and you're going to build a team, and a hard money lender or a private lender, these are the guys that you want on that team. When you're a real estate investor, you've got to go out and find the deal of a lifetime. It all starts with you having a great deal. Real estate is a team sport, and on your team, you need to have hard money lenders and private lenders. These people are going to allow you to make offers that are as good as cash, and they're going to allow you to do it even when you don't have a whole bunch of money in your bank account, even if you've got bad credit. They're asset-based lenders, and as you build a relationship over time with hard money lenders and private lenders, you can become more and more flexible. So over the last 25 years, we've used hard money lenders to our benefit, and we've created relationships with people who have become private lending sources for us, where we do equity deals with them, where we give them interest rate returns. I mean, you can be completely flexible with them. The important thing is that when you are putting your team together, you need to make sure that you've got a great deal. The money's not necessarily the most important part of the thing, but obviously it's an important part of the thing, and you're going to need money on every real estate deal that you ever do. So having this team, having this Rolodex full of lenders, it's key to your business, but it all starts with you going out and finding the deal of a lifetime. So don't forget that. You're the most important part of this deal, and if you present it right, you're going to be able to find all of the money that you ever need. So let's talk about why you should use hard money lenders versus banks, and why you would use private money lenders instead of banks and hard money lenders. There's a role for each of them. If you're buying the pretty house you're just going to live in, you go to the bank. You get the best interest rate that you can when you do that. If you're buying like I'm doing, value add real estate, on real estate that's highly distressed, that you know damn well the bank's not going to qualify anyways. Or if you're just starting out as a real estate investor and you don't have any money and you don't have a way to qualify for a loan, you can still use hard money lenders and you can still use private lenders, because they will lend based on the asset. They will lend based on your deal of a lifetime. So once you've found that deal, start today. Start looking at real estate. Go out and find the deal, guys. I can't encourage you enough. You've got to get out there, start looking at real estate, and once you found it, then you start taking it to a community like we've built over on School, where we've got a group of real estate investors who are just sitting there waiting to do deals with you. We want to network with you over there on School. We want to learn together, and ultimately we want to do deals. On the platform on School, we've got hard money lenders. We've got people that would be private lenders for you. I'm one. I'm a hard money lender, and I'm a private lender. Here are some key things that hard money lending and private lending give you that the institutional banks don't give you. They give you speed. They give you flexibility. They'll lend to you when you're just starting out. They'll lend on the real estate that's really ugly, that needs a whole bunch of work. It's more important the asset than it is you, the borrower. So hard money lenders, this is where it's at. This is a huge one, guys. If you're going to be a real estate investor and you're going to go to the bank every time to get a loan, that's an incredibly slow way to become a real estate investor. For me, when I first started out, I didn't have good credit. I didn't even have a job, and I really didn't have any money at all. That first deal that I found, I took it to a hard money lender. I got them to fund the lion's share of it. So they put up the money for the purchase price, and I put a partnership together with what you would call potentially private lenders. I gave them equity, but they came alongside of me and put in cash. With their cash and my cash, we had enough money to pay the debt every month, to renovate the house, and to get the place from start to finish, to take it from A to Z. And then I was buying the second deal using hard money and private lenders before I ever even closed on the first deal. So I was going way faster than going the traditional way of qualifying for a loan, getting the appraisals. You know what, guys? I don't even know what the traditional way is. I've been doing this 25 years. I hate the traditional way. It's way too slow. It's way too cumbersome. I don't like to have to show my books and my bank accounts to lenders. We do it when it's necessary, but it's just so slow. And bankers are bad business people. Where I see a deal, when I see something that's you can buy down at the bottom of the market because it's distressed, I think that's a great investment. There's safety in that. There's security in that. I'm certain of the fact that I'm going to make money. Bankers look at it and go, oh no, I wouldn't do that. But then if I go the opposite way and I wait till after you, a value-add real estate investor, renovates the whole damn thing and then puts it up at the top of the market, the banker comes in and says, oh, great, I'll lend you all the money for that because now it's a big, beautiful house. For me, that's just bad business. That's just dumb, right? Like, why wouldn't you want to lend the real estate investor down at the bottom of the market where it's a safe loan and you're only lending like 80% of the loan to value compared to when the house has been fixed up? Now you're lending to a homeowner at top of the market. The difference between hard money lenders and the mindset that they have versus institutional, this is everything. This is key. One is a real estate investor who thinks fast, on their feet, can be flexible. The other, an institution that's got rules that you've got to jump through painful hoops and it takes too long and you're going to miss out on all of the great deals if that's the way you're going. Having a good combination of hard money lenders and private lenders, so people that you can stack up on each deal. Let's say you go out and you find some partners that can come in and they've got $100,000 that you can go and invest. And maybe you could do one deal with that $100,000 and partner on them and share the equity and go the slow way. Or you could go and use hard money deals, hard money lenders, and buy 3 deals and go much faster and have a better chance at making money quickly and truthfully, having a better chance of hitting a grand slam home run. So if you're like me and you want to really be a real estate investor, speed is key, and doing more than one thing at a time is key. While both hard money lenders and private lenders will give you flexibility and the ability to move fast and do more deals than you could do without them, I want to do some key differences. A hard money lender is more institutional. They've got terms and conditions that they kind of stick to and that they adhere to, and you're going to have to abide by their rules and their regulations. So you'll go and find the deal of a lifetime, take it to a hard money lender, and they're going to say, we lend X at Y. We lend 70% of the purchase price and 80% of the renovation costs. It's a blend of 75% of the total loan to value. I know it's confusing for you guys. I don't mean to get into the weeds too much on this, but I want you to just know that hard money lenders are going to have rules that you need to follow. The private lenders are going to be able to make you even more flexible, and they're going to be able to come in and fill in the gaps. So you borrow 75% of the money to do your first deal from a hard money lender, and you borrow the other 25% of the deal, that the money that you need, from a private lender. And you could either give them equity on the private lending, or you could give them an interest rate as well. All of this is negotiable to a certain degree. Private money is way more negotiable than hard money is, so just keep that in mind. This is whole relationship business, guys. I just want to emphasize that you can do this. You're a real estate investor, and finding a great deal is where it all starts.